you know. All right, let's just make sure. Mm-mm-mm. Let me check that real quick. Why YouTube? This is why I do it, just to make sure. There we go. Okay, we are good. All right, so we got another Tabletopia Godtear game. Pete playing against one of our somewhat long time patrons. We got Josh, and he wanted to play some Godtear because what, you got a tournament coming up online, Josh? You wanted to prep for?
Yeah, I joined the first Tabletopia tournament one of the guys is running. So we've got a 16-man with, I think, 3 Americans, a bunch of Brits, a Canadian, a Swede, a Hungarian fella, and my first game's tomorrow. So I should probably learn how to move stuff around on the table.
Yeah, and I think Americans are a little slow on Godtear, meaning like picking it up as a game. But I think there's a lot of interest starting to come around this game, and definitely as a podcast, we're really kind of getting into it as well. It's a really
I
cool
was in
game.
I did the early access, and we've been pushing it hard until things, suddenly shut down.
Yeah.
But
And where are you gaming out of again, Josh?
I'm in Rhode Island. We have a group in Connecticut that's pretty active. There's a store in Central Mass that's been really the one that's been stocking everything and holding our events for us. But I play anywhere from Mass, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, so try to monopolize the area as best I can.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get into this game just so we can get playing and having fun. But this is the first 3v3 game that I'm playing. So I am going with two champions that I've already used with Grimgut and Halftusk. And I actually added a new one that I got out of the starter box that I did an unboxing on our YouTube channel, Naya. So I'm going to see what she does. I haven't looked too much into her card, but she's a shaper, so she's going to move things around. So, and what are you playing over there, Josh?
All right, so I took my Slayer Lorsann because range damage is just fun. And then for a Guardian, I took Finvarr. So his big thing is he gets bonus accuracy if he's on a objective hex, and in life there tends to be a lot of objective hexes.
Yep.
And then I took Titus as the sort of all-round maelstrom. So he has a little bit of ability to fight everybody, and his Glory Seekers are supposed to be real good.
All right, so let's roll to see who's going to be first and second player here. Got a 5. I'm going to roll a 2, so you got it.
And we have no choice. I have to take first player.
Is that the way it
So
goes? You're just first player if you win.
yeah, everyone's talking about whether the OPD is going to change, but at this point it says randomly determined first player and then go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can move that little doohickey over somewhere. The not snap. There we go.
Cool. So you'll place
So
the first guy.
I'll put Finvarr out front, and in life I think it's a 2 hex deployment
It
zone.
is 2 hexes. This is the one objective I've played, so I know.
It's a good one. The other ones are definitely a little more interesting as far as the 3v3 mechanic and like spreading out your guys. But
yeah, I saw some of the split deployments look a little interesting for sure.
With only 3 models or three champions, you have to like figure out if you're gonna put 2 into one side or try to throw your followers into one flank.
All right, so I got the Froglodites and Halftusk down.
Lorsann and her.
So you almost got an elf line up here.
Yeah, I like the elves. I tend to try Shale and Landslide a bunch if I can. If, reason to spread out the elves. And you still have Grimgut, right?
I do. Grimgut likes to eat followers and turn them into boogers.
Well, his little wretchlings do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll spread the rangers out a little bit and give me some range attacks.
Okay. I don't know what Naya does, but let's put her kind of here, I guess.
She's super slow, but she has that march ability, so she can kind of move 2, and then she passes out, or she copies boons and blights, which is kind of fun. And then she has some ranged attacks. Her big thing is she can activate 3 times if all of her quartzlings are alive when she activates.
Oh wow!
So, and then they can, but she can also then
rock concert there. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so she can theoretically move and attack twice, or move, plant, and march. She's a pain.
And I got her. Woo.
And then Mr. Titus will just take the flank here. Although I don't know if I want to put all of my glory seekers in the middle of what's his name, Grimgut's range there.
Old Grimgut.
Let's see. What's the range on this Roar of Battle? It is 2. Okay. So these guys are nice because they can kind of boss around other champions if they want to.
Yeah. I love how Grimgut has this like tiny fist and then this humongous.
It's all that edema.
That's right. Is that where you're going with all that?
Yeah, I'll try this. I feel like that back row is never utilized in any of the.
Well, it's also one of those things where this game's new enough where, tactics are going to change.
Yeah, nobody knows. You can't possibly know all the combos for all 6 scenarios.
Where when we started playing Guild Ball, it's like, oh yeah, Americans play the Chicago meta because that's how all competitive players play. This is like, just play whatever the hell, man. All right, I'm going to go with something like this. We'll make it work.
Sounds good. All right, so I have to go first. I'll activate in the plot phase, so it doesn't really matter. I'll move Mr. Titus. He moves a whopping 2. So, and he's got a range 2 attack, which isn't going to be helpful. So he'll just go 1. The little Glory Seekers have a cool Roar of Battle, so they can move a champion within 2, an extra hex, so they'll command Finvarr to go forward. So this guy in the back.
Cool, not even doing it to your own champion.
Oh.
It makes Titus sad. That way you can get your sexy claim down.
Right, and then they only move 2 as well, so.
Now, I don't know if this is exactly how it works, but I imagine it is, where you have to activate the champion, do both his actions in the plot phase, then do his followers and both their actions. You can't I'm going to activate and move the champion one, but then I'm going to do the followers one. You have to do one or the other first.
Correct, but you don't have to do their followers in relationship to them. Yeah. So you could do Titus, Finvarr, Lorsann, and then do all the followers. In certain actions, it doesn't matter because it's the plot phase, so you're going to just go. Yeah. But then other times, if you're dropping boons, it's important who goes. Yeah. So let's see here. 2, you were there. No, I only moved them 1. Eating myself already.
That happens.
And then what are these guys called? Shadow Sentinels. They move 2 and can give out protection. So.
Well, you don't activate, because won't I activate one of my champions and their followers now?
In the plot phase, you do your entire side.
Do you?
And then in the clash phase, we alternate. Because the phase is kind of a full, you go with everybody situation, and then the clash phase is where we start alternating. We're gonna put that's the wrong.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a protection boon on Finvarr to give him a little extra armor there, so they have protect within range 1. They can give it to themselves, but they'll put it on their big boss man. And then he only has range 2, but that can still get him to the middle, and then he'll claim demo point or step.
The steps.
Oh, and then what I haven't been doing is flipping the cards, so bad me. Flip, flip, flip.
Now, does the card with their ultimate usually go in the middle?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Supposedly I think it's supposed to be, but it doesn't.
Well, if anything, I will bow to social pressure.
I don't think I don't think there's at all. And then let's see. The Rangers can move 2 and give out blur to themselves, so they'll make themselves harder to hit.
Okay.
Oh God, falling over. Oh jeez,
Yeah,
I think it's
that's
L Q. Yeah, the Q makes them stand up. Okay.
Yeah, Q and E are kind of the rotate buttons. That's one thing when I saw Chris playing Shale, I was like, this is Landslide and Shale are terrible on this board.
Oh yeah, because you have to move every time.
Yeah, they're just sticking out, so models are clipping them all the time.
And Lorsann will give herself field instruction, so +1 on her first.
Yeah, I tried asking Steamforge and I asked Tabletopia why they don't have all the champions on here yet. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, apparently it's just a memory issue for Tabletopia. Russ was saying the first champion they loaded took up all of the memory because it was so highly rendered.
Wow.
Because it's so they literally had to go back to the drawing board and like back off on the detail on all of the champions because they weren't going to be able to field anybody.
Wow.
But yeah, it's a Tabletopia issue apparently, or they would have to go in and like unrender the details and pull some of the shadow and stuff off of all of them, I guess. All right, so I kind of swarmed forward in an uneven lump, and everybody has gone. Defensively, Finvarr's got an extra armor, and the Mistwood Rangers have an extra dodge.
Okay.
But I don't have any effects that really interrupt anything else you can do.
All right, let's do. I love it. The Froglodites are probably some of my favorite followers.
They're so potent when it comes to just blocking up the lanes. Yep. It's like,
all right. So the Quartzlings can turn into objective hexes. That's kind of interesting.
Yes. And anytime if Nia has a banner down and it gets crushed or picked up at the end of the round, you respawn a Quartzling as well.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and her ultimate, she can like turn one of them into a hex and then just plant.
So since all 3 of them are there, she can do 3 activations in the plot and the clash phase?
Yeah, yes, she gets 6 actions if she has all her quartz.
All right, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll activate Naya and we'll do her march. So she'll go up 1. Oh, she's only speed 1. That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, she's speed 2 in the next phase.
Well, I don't see a way with my current makeup how I'm going to get any claim action, so I think I might just have to give that up this turn. That's kind of cool. So we will go ahead and we will then move her 1 more, and we will do meditation. So we'll gain one of those. And so when I'm activating these, do I have to then immediately activate the Quartzlings, or can I go to a different champion and different follower?
You go to a different champion and a different follower, and come back to the Quartzlings at any point.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
Yeah. It lets you do some more, for especially the models that have move buffs, move boons. You know, it lets you kind of stack stuff up, or like make it so you can give them a move boon, then they use it, then you give them another move boon, so they have it for the next phase.
Yeah, I just realized that I don't have any movement boons in here, so I'm like, oh, that's part of putting your champions together. Okay, so let's go ahead and do half. So we'll flip over Naya because I think I did 3. Yep. So then we'll do Halftusk. Halftusk will go ahead and move 2. So we'll move him up here. And then we will go ahead and do footwork, and we'll do that onto Naya. So I'll give her an evasion. And that'll be Halftusk. And then let's go with the let's go probably with the Wretchlings. Oh, I never mind. If I was setting up right, I could have done the Wretchlings. I forgot they have slip and slide, but they weren't close.
When you said that, I was like, I feel like you have something that does movement,
yeah,
but
I didn't have one of them. That's okay. We're learning on the fly here. All right, so let's do. Let's see your activation. They can do 2x. Okay, so we'll do slip and slide onto the Quartzlings, and we'll do slip and slide onto Grimgut. So that'll give a movement boon to Grimgut, and then 1 to the Quartzlings. It's all right. We're learning here. We got this. We got this. I
was looking at. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've used Grimgut for some speed stuff, but I can't remember why.
All right. Let's see. So that's the Wretchlings. So let's go with the old Grimguts. So he's moved 2 now. And I'm not going to have any of those blights yet. So let's go ahead and move 2. So Grimgut's going to move up to here. And then we'll go ahead and do his new spew. So we're going to remove all of these Wretchlings. So we're going to take these 3 and we'll put them right there. And then we'll take these 2. And we'll put that right there. Actually, let's not clog this up too bad. And then, so that's the Wretchlings and Grimgut.
I think technically you have to put that fifth Wretchling has to be adjacent to another Wretchling.
Oh, does it? Is that how?
Yeah, because you're spewing. It's not a recruit. It's just this new spew. So he has new spew, but then the Wretchlings have.
It says make 5 recruit actions.
Special card under spew. When they make a recruit action during Grimgut's activation, you may place them. Okay, so you can put them next to him, or you can put them next to each other. So you can daisy chain them out because of the spew rule on his special card.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's okay. So they kind of nested it, whatever it's called, recruiting into that. That's cool.
Let's see here, and then we got the Quartzlings. What the hell can they even do? That's the banner thing. They can give out a blight. So basically, they're just moving. It looks like.
So if you look at the back of their card for next turn, because they can move in a straight line, kind of like Grimgut. They can roll.
Yeah, that's cool.
So you want to be a little bit aware of where you
line them up
and end them. Yeah. And they have a nice ranged attack too, which is convenient.
Okay, so we'll move them kind of like that. Let's not get you too far ahead here. Okay, that'll be the Quartzlings. And oops, wrong side. There we go. And then we got the Froglodites. Let's see here. We can't do Field of Power yet, so let's just go ahead and hop and move. Flip that. So let's.
You gave the Quartzlings an extra speed buff, didn't you?
I did, and I used it, so I need to take it off.
Did you move 3?
I did.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
a couple of them were further back, and then the front ones
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't quite move up all the way because you have bows and arrows over there.
They don't hit anything. I can't.
That's fair.
I can't break armor 4.
And then the Froglodites. Let's go ahead and I think we got a movement of 1. Yep. So let's go. We want to be in front here. And I think that's the plot phase.
Good. So Nia's dodge. That's no good. Some quartzlings in the way. So Finvarr is move 3 with a ranged 1 sword attack.
Yeah, he's kind of cool. I like some of the things he does.
Nobody's actually close to an objective hex, so maybe we'll go on because she's got range 3 on everything and is range 3.
I misread Grimgut. Leave me alone, God.
So Lorsann will go 1, 2, 3. He's got to target a quartzling. Okay. Quartzlings are evil.
I seem like
so she has
did something bad to you with a quartzling one time.
Yeah, the quartzlings. My buddy who plays normally quartzlings, Froglodites, and Titus, or the Glory Seekers. So I'm intimately familiar with them beating me. So she has piercing shot, so she can take a range 3 attack at range at 5 accuracy. That automatically, if it hits, does 1 wound. Okay. So that's good. For taking out some quartzies. So let's see here. I have to highlight 5 dice. There we go. Is that 5 dice?
Yep.
And then where's that damage roll? That was unnecessarily high. So the quartzlings, I believe, are dodge 2.
Yes.
And so I did 1 damage to that one in front. Okay. He's bopped, and then she's a slayer, but and then she would get a 1 step for killing something.
Is it only when she?
But when she causes a wound, which you took 1 wound, but I don't know that I really want to move her closer to your fighty guys, so I will leave her there. So she's back to her. She's done.
Okay. What do I do here? Let's go ahead and we'll go. Why don't we go with Halftusk? Let's. Unless there's something I want to do there. That's not going to do anything. All right, so let's go ahead and move Halftusk. We'll move him up 1. And that's probably fine enough. And then we're going to go ahead and try to do the old 1 punch.
Yeah.
So what's the defense on?
She is dodge 4, but you are uninjured, so you're rolling 8 dice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thought I highlighted enough. There we go. All right, you're a what, 4?
4.
Boom, nailed it. Okay.
There you go.
And this is going to be 4. So.
And I'm only armor 1.
So the hit
protection
effect
1.
Doing the 2 punch isn't until after I resolve this attack, correct?
Correct.
So we have 4 dice, and you have how much armor there?
Just 1, because she's an elf.
Fair. That's going to be 4 boxes.
Ow.
Okay, and then we got the 2-punch. So we're rolling 6 again on this.
Are you? Yeah, I think because it drops down right to 4, but then you're uninjured.
Yep.
Yep. So 6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 5. Okay, roll. Okay, we got it.
No.
And then what's the? How many am I rolling on this attack? It's 5.
I'm fine. I'm sure we're only gonna see blanks.
You know, that
His Godtear.
that has happened before, but that did not happen.
Oh, all right. Well, that was where would you like to throw her?
Is it a straight line in any direction?
It's 2, and you can't end on top of somebody, and you can't move through my models or banner.
Okay. I'm gonna throw her 1, 2. I'm gonna put it right there. And I get, is that 3 or 4 steps for knocking out a champion?
Or 4 steps.
1, 2, 3, 4. Halftusk surprisingly hits pretty hard.
Yeah, if you roll all hits, it's kind of.
That's fair.
my dodge 4 doesn't do anything.
If you're a jerk like Pete, God.
I think she loses her token too. So.
Now, Josh, here's a little secret about playing games against me. Okay, I spike really hard early game, but if you can weather the storm, they peter out at the end. Okay.
All right, well, since turn 1 in Godtear is arguably not super important, and many people strive to lose the first turn.
Do they really?
Yeah, because then having control of turn 2, some people prefer.
Okay.
But yeah, that was that was one smacked elf.
Oh no, I like slapping elves around. If you haven't been able to tell, I'm not an elf guy. Okay, I'm more of a dwarf guy. Never trust an elf.
Let's see here. So Nia, I did take out a quartzling, so that's helpful.
I'm gonna recruit.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the trick.
Unless you come up and kill this other one.
Let's see. She can't smash the banner, but then I'm not standing on a hex. So I'm just gonna go with my my Mistwood Rangers here. So they're gonna go move 3, have a range 3, and they can aim for 1, but I don't think you're close enough. Yeah, you're not close enough yet. So I'm gonna move.
I don't know about you, but I was actually pleasantly surprised with. I mean, these aren't super detailed models on the board, but it's better than I thought it was going to be.
I think they look nice. I mean, compared to Vassal, where it's just like a little circle with a face in it. All right, so I'm going to try to shoot these 2 elves into one of your frogs.
Okay.
So they get 4 dice.
Okay.
Frogs are 4s as well. Or are they lower? Oh, they're only 2s. Oh, that's right, because they power up when they get in there. That didn't work.
Shift the cameras here.
There we go.
Yeah, they're only
2s. Oh, just again. This is weird. That's a triple 6s. Not when I needed it.
All right. Armor 3.
Armor 3. I have, I think, another 5. Yeah, that's. I told that's how frogs are.
Yep, fair.
All right. So that was the. They watched their leader get horribly smacked across the floor and decided they weren't actually going to shoot no frogs.
Like, just joking. We don't want any of that.
Yeah.
We ain't about that.
No, be nice to us. All right, you're up.
All right, let's go ahead and do. So let me ask you this other question. So is Grimgut the only one that gets extra points for killing followers, or does his followers get that trait too?
Just Grimgut.
Okay.
So,
That's
yeah,
what,
so
that's what I
same.
figured.
Yeah, same thing with Lorsann's elves wouldn't get the bonus for taking out a champion if they did.
Okay, cool. Let's
Which makes him a little bit less powerful because he doesn't have as many melee attacks as like Blackjaw.
yeah.
But then his spawn guys are pretty flexible. So
Yeah, for sure. You need to be flipped. There we go. Nom nom nom. All right.
7 dice, that's fine.
That's fine. Fine. Just fine. Probably gonna go with the Frogletites. Let's do. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go with the Frogletites. And yeah, do I want to do that yet? Kind of don't have a great. Actually, let's go with the Retchlings. So we're gonna go ahead and slime. What's the range on that? Is it 2? Yep. We're gonna go ahead and try to slime that follower up there, the bow and arrow follower, next to the Retchlings.
Dodgy Elf does have blur, so
yeah, so that's +1 evasion or whatever to the number I need.
So they're 4s.
Okay, I believe in my Retchlings. I'm gonna get 5 dice. Okay, let's roll it. Nope, but we're gonna try it one more time because we can do it twice. Well, so let me ask you this. So it says if they're in different hex. Let's see here. 3 models in 1 hex, 2 Retchlings may use this skill in the same activation as if they are in different hexes.
So you'd have to draw the attack from a different group.
So I would draw it from a different group.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, let's just go ahead and we'll move 1. 1, 2. What's Titus's move?
This is, I think, a 3. He's a 2 in this phase.
So 1, 2. So we're just
gonna range. He's got 2 range 1 attacks.
Yep, we're just gonna move the snot bubbles. Oh yeah. So they're not worth any points, but for Titus they would be worth 1 point, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and that'll be the Retchlings.
Good. Let's see. I think my little ninjas are not doing anything this game. Sprint the Glory Seekers up. They really can't do anything else. Move 2. All right. So many followers.
You do have a bunch of followers. Of course, I got these little snot dudes kind of hanging out.
Just using shale, so it's like saves you models you have to move.
Yep.
All right. So they run up and look angrily across the table, but can't do anything. So
they shake their fists in the air.
Jeez, I flipped the card and a model.
All right, I am going to go with the Frogletites then. So let's go with their speed 3. So we'll go ahead and just move them 3. So let's move the frogs. We'll move them to right about here. If Titus gets there, that might be bad. So let's put 1. Let's do this. I'm just gonna walk down these objective hexes real quick. Okay. And then what's the range on that? That's range 2. So this 1 frog, it will. That's not really gonna do much, is it? Let's go with these 2 frogs then. We'll go ahead and target your bow people over here.
Good.
So what's their defense now?
3 because you burned the
so
dodge.
We got 2 of them there, so that'll be 6 dice. All right, roll it. So we'll hit. So we get to move them, I think, 1 hex. Is that right? Yep, towards troglodytes. Is that both of them, or would it only be one of them?
Only one of them.
Okay, so we'll move one.
More useful for yanking champions out of the way sometimes. But or you can, the models that need to bunch up to be powerful.
Yep. And that will be the troglodytes.
I will go. I guess I'll go with Finny. So he can move 3. Frog, and then we're just gonna smack a frog.
No.
So life blade is 4 dice, but he's +2 because he's on an objective hex. So 6 dice.
Okay. And I am sorry, I'm trying to remember my stats. So I'm at 2. Got it.
Barely. And then
you did it, man.
And then it's 5 damage and your armor 3, so I need 4s.
That camera thing's actually really helpful while I'm streaming this stuff. Because I have 1 camera set up on the dice, 1 on your cards, and then 2 on my cards.
It was a nice 4, yes.
Yep, so
Smash.
You'll get 1.
Smash a frog. Boop.
Ribbit. My troglodytes. Okay.
Finn's done.
Finn's done. I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with the quartzlings. So let's go. They got stone's throw, which is okay. And then rock formation when this banner is removed. Okay. So we're gonna do a recruit action. We'll bring this one back here. Actually, let's bring it here. Haha, take that, frog. Okay, he's back up. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put him there. And then we're going to do a stone's throw at Finvarr.
Sure. He is dodge 4, armor 4 because of the boon.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's too many. Okay, so see if we get. We do. And then that's my. I'm throwing 4 dice. You said he's armor what?
Armor 4 with the boon, which will go away.
Okay. Okay, come on, baby. Boom. Nope. All right, that'll be the quartzlings.
No, yeah, there's no hit effect on that one. All right, the Shadow Sentinels move 3 and have a range 1 attack. Can I get any? Oh yeah, move some frogs up to me. That's good.
You can hit the frog.
Oh. Pew. And we'll go over here. So 2 guys versus a frog is other 5s and 5s. Okay.
Yep, you need 2s to hit more. 2. I don't see, and that's another thing I'm working on is the wording. It's like you need 2 successes. Is that what it is?
Barely, yeah, seriously.
Got it.
Got it, barely, because, yeah, they're not powered up. And then same damage, so that's convenient.
Okay, so you need 3. More than 3.
4, we got 4.
Smoke the frog. Louisiana barbecue.
It's on how you paint them. They kind of, some people's frogs are pretty gross looking. The Shadow Sentinels are done.
Okay, let's go with Naya. So let's see here. We can Crystal Glare, choose a blight on any model within range. Okay, so.
But she can give out blights with her other 2 attacks.
That's kind of cool. So I could put a blight on an easy to hit model and then move it over to a hard to hit model, and I don't even need to roll that.
Correct.
Wow, that's pretty decent. Let's go ahead and can you put blights on your own model? Like, can you attack your own models in this game?
You can not because of the skull symbol was enemy only.
Okay.
Whereas Crystal Glare and Tongue Toe have like other specifications where you can potentially do it. And then if it has a gear symbol, you can put it on your own guys, no problem. And now hers is copying too, so it's not just she's not moving it like I think it says Rattlebones moves it. She actually duplicates it, which is kind of
that's actually kind of cool. What about line of sight in this game? Can you see through models?
You can see through anything. There's nothing blocks line of sight. There's no terrain, and models are not gonna obstruct your vision.
I'm gonna move her up 1, and then we will go ahead and let's do. I don't like this. Okay, we're gonna try to hit this on your little ninjas. We'll put it on the. Does that go on the unit? Like, how does that work?
Yeah. So, yep. If you hit any one of them, it goes to the whole unit.
So I don't know if I'm in range.
Dodge 4. She's a. Oh yeah, you have to you want the damaging one or the setup one.
So this is gonna have because nobody else is in range really, so I'm gonna have to put it on Finvarr. So
true.
Yeah. So we're just gonna do erosion and then I'll do blinding light because that way maybe I can get some damage through. So we'll do erosion first. So I get 5 dice on this, and we do have a plus to the hit. So that adds an extra die on that one, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that is 5, so that'd be 6 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 too many. Okay, see if we hit. We do. So that's going to be minus to his armor. And then we'll see if we can get blinding light. So we'll need a pretty good roll on this one since I only have 4.
Are you targeting the same ninjas?
Yep. No, I'm targeting Finvarr.
So, I think you hit 4.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, and what's his armor again? So it'll be 3 this time?
He is armor 3, yes.
Is he 3 base or 3 with the blight?
You hit the ninjas with the blight,
no,
or were you?
Or
you did all?
Yeah, Finvarr.
You did this all at Finvarr.
Yeah, because the ninjas actually aren't in range.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so yes, so Finvarr now he's down to a 2.
Okay. So we got 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 2.
That is.
And that'll give him the minus to accuracy blight.
It burns the protection blight, but gives him the accuracy blight.
And then that'll be Naya.
And then I have Titus or just Titus left, right? Because I moved the followers up.
Yep, because I just have Grimgut.
All right. Titus. Move 2, range 1. I don't know if you left me anybody to do it. So, followers, he will advance and get angry.
Captain Furious over here.
Bad at them because they didn't give him the speed buff he needed, but that's fine. And glory seek. You get last go.
All right. Let's go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll with Grimgut. We're gonna roll in a straight line right to there, and then I'm going to nom your followers. So I get 7 dice. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's good at one.
He's good at one
model chomping. They're 3s and 3s, so you need a 3 and a 4.
Okay, come here, you. Okay, roll it. Got it. And is it 7 damage dice too?
It is.
Oh man,
that's unnecessary.
Yep, and that's overkill. He super squished one.
That's 2 points for
so
a Maelstrom.
Okay. And that's going to be Grimgut. And that's turn, right?
So turn, so then I have the one banner, and it's a Guardian banner.
Yep, so that'll bring it over to your side.
Turn 1, useless 1 point victory.
I don't care. I'm smacking things. It's good.
That's where the dice become tricky. It's like you don't necessarily want to smack Lorsann for all 7 damage in one swing.
Yeah, right.
You kind of want to leave her to beat her up on turn 2. And then you get to roll. Was it D6 or
it's
one die plus 2?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be 3 tiles. 1, 2, and 3. All right, let's put 1
options
here. Let's put. Let's have some fun with this. We're gonna wrap it around.
I mean, when you have the frogs, and doesn't really. The only thing you're potentially handicapping yourself is if you have to summon a crystal dude, and you can't place it around Nia. You'd have to put it in your deployment zone.
Yeah. All right.
It still gets you a 3rd crystal dude on the table.
Yep. And I choose if I'm the first. Is that right?
Correct. Yep. You get the choice if you want first turn or second.
I think I do want first. All right. So yeah, I'll go first. Why not? Let's see here. It's pretty good. All right. So
lots of options. Turn 2.
We do. So let's go ahead and we will do. We'll go with the Froglodites. We'll go ahead and recruit. So we'll get one of them back. And that goes adjacent to another Froglodite, right?
The recruit actions are adjacent to your champion.
Oh, okay.
The Grimgut's followers are the ones that do the weird daisy chain.
Okay. So we got one there, and then we will go ahead and do. We'll do Field of Power. So we'll put. Does it have to target?
Just the whole unit, so they both get it.
Okay, don't want to do that to the whole unit's the question. I mean, I could move them. That's not going to... Yeah, we'll go ahead and just do it on them. So they'll get the... That and that. Okay. All right. And then... Halftusk. What do we do? Don't need to do that. Don't need to do that. So we will go. He can go 2. I don't need to do him. So let's move. Go there. So that's. So we'll march her there, I guess. And then we'll go ahead and meditation herself. And she'll place her banner here. So I'll give her 2. Then we'll go with Halftusk will move to there. And he will place his banner down there. And that'll move me 1.
All the points. Well, you move Grimgut. I'm going to grab my battery or cord for my laptop so I don't lose you.
Sure.
So go ahead and finish your plot.
There, the quartz lines. It's kind of cool. So they can move 2, so 1, 2. We'll see shimmer. So we'll do the shimmer before we move, just for people actually watching. So that's going to be 5 dice.
Alright, so you ultimated with Grimgut, I'm sure.
I haven't yet. I'm just finishing up the quartzlings. And that works. So I tried to do shimmer onto your shooty elf, which I don't know. Actually, can I even target her when she hasn't rallied yet, or whatever it's called?
I have to. You can't move her. You can't damage her. It is, and she doesn't take boons or blights. It's not quite clear.
Okay.
If you like, because like a hit effect.
Yeah.
So like, could you just hit her to get a hit effect? And they haven't really answered that question on the Discord.
Okay.
Usually not a whole lot of reason to attack down champions, but theoretically there might be some nuance to it.
I don't know. Is there a reason why I would use buffet right now with just one guy in front of me? Not really, right?
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
I mean, you.
I want to wait till there's at least
you can't.
2.
You can. But
Generally, not a good idea. Okay, so we've got. Man, where do I want to go with this? Well, let's go ahead, and I'm going to. I really don't want that to go there. I kind of don't want to bring my retchlings up. Is kind of part of the problem.
you're going to get first attack, so.
I am. All right, well, let's go ahead.
They are also worth 0 points,
Well, until Titus comes in and smacks him around a bit.
Yeah, I mean, but he can only kill like 4 of them in a turn. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's only 4 points. It's not that much.
All right.
Theoretically, he could piercing strike 2 models in the same hex and sweeping slash 2 models in different hexes. So yeah, but that's you have to leave your guys right there for him to hit. So
yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna move Grimgut just over 1, like so, and then we will go ahead and. I mean, if you want to bring Titus over, I mean, sure, I guess. Kind of leave. All right, we're gonna go ahead and then spew. So we'll make you chew through some of these. daisy chain these around your dude. Sure. And I believe that's it for me. So yeah, you can do your plot.
You move the crystallines?
I did. I moved them back, and I moved this other one to the right, and then
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I see him.
and
Okay.
then I missed on the shimmer or whatever it was called.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you said that. Okay. All right. So, is there any reason not to stand Lorsann up first? Let's see here. Instruction, move, fairy fire.
Firefight.
Leave me a whole lot of places to plant. Go with.
I was saying I can pretty much, I mean, because I'm working at home, man, so I can stay up most of the night. But if you feel like you're getting too tired, just let me know. I'm a night owl. I kind of just stay up till whenever.
Gotcha. All right, let's see here. Finvarr can move a model that's 2 away up to 1 hex, but you kind of hemmed yourself in there, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so I think Finvarr is going to go. He is going to back up. And
don't like being this close.
And he's going to drop his Guardian banner.
Okay.
Talk there. They do need to snap in better, don't they? All right, so that's him. And then this is what move here. So Lorsann is going to stand up as recover from her.
Getting smacked around by Halftusk.
She gets back to 0.
I didn't get the round point for it, but it felt super nice.
She's like, I'm going to show you how this works. Is there a 0 option on the? How do you return that to 0? Negative?
It is. You can either right click on it or you can wheel your mouse wheel up and down.
There we go. Okay. And then she is speed 2, so she's actually going to go.
I got to give Steamforge credit, though. This game's a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be because I'm kind of biased against hex games a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's with the whole, Shadespire, Aristea, Godtear. There's a couple. We were just talking about what's the Australian one?
Judgment or whatever.
Judgment. Like there's some interesting options out there, and they all play differently. Yeah. But yeah, this one, the combos that you can pull off are so like the jumping up from the 2v2 to the 3v3. My friend was like, I get it.
Oh, like
yeah. there's a lot to this. I was like, I told you so.
I'm already seeing it. There's a lot where it's like, okay, this is where you start getting into it.
All right, so the Rangers will go. They're gonna move. They move 2, so I'm gonna move up behind here. Oop, knock myself over.
Good, come to Papa Nurgle.
And oh god!
Come on, man, get yourself together. Okay.
She's drunk. What is it, Q? I can't pick him up.
Can be Q. There you go.
Too many models. All right. And then they shall blur themselves. That's kind of their standard. Not a whole lot else to do.
Try not to die.
I mean, it worked. They survived.
Yeah.
So far went. That's fine. The Assassins. Which direction here? Divide and conquer.
Leave my Froglodyte alone.
Guy.
He did nothing.
He's standing out in the open. And then they will put protection on themselves. It's range 2, right?
Range 1.
It's only range 1, yeah, so they'll put on themselves. Titus is going to go his 2, and he's actually going to plant.
Yeah, I think the I know people like Chris like to focus on like the punching stuff, but I actually feel like the more interesting part is the banner placement and kind of the chess game with that.
There's definitely, it's tricky because if you don't put the banner down, you can't score. But if you put the banner down, you're denying yourself an action, and it's like you're like, I don't like any of these options. So I think I'm going to use.
Don't do it. You gonna use his ultimate?
No, I think I'm gonna use I'll kill you all on the hex, the retchlings. So it's 6 dice. Retchlings are dodge 2, I imagine, right?
Yeah, something probably terrible. Do I flip it back over onto the side just to make sure it's the same that we're in? Yeah, it's 2.
The protection and the armor, or their dodge and the protection are always going to be the same.
Oh, okay.
The move might change.
Okay.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Easier way to grab hold of the dice.
Yeah, I feel like the dice could be a little cleaner. Kind of like in Vassal, where you can just click how many dice you're rolling. You got it. You nailed it.
So I can move each model in that unit up to 1, or rather, what's it say here? Target a follower. Move all followers in target's unit that are within range 3. So who's actually 1, 2, 3? So just is there a guy behind him?
1, 2. So the only one you can't get are these 2 over here. So you can get those other 3.
So let me.
Oh, moving them away, eh?
No, he can just vomit them back up, but it's an action.
Puke all over you. You don't know my plans? Hey, listen, I don't even have any plans, okay?
That's the best kind of plans. No one can counter. You haven't thought of them yet.
I like loose cannon. That's kind of what I am. That's what got me in trouble in Guild Ball so much, man. Like, I played against Alex Bots in the Bourbon Trail Open, and you could tell Bots knew exactly what he was doing, and I'm just kind of going by the seat of my pants, like, I have no plan. I'm just playing. just rolling dice here.
I don't think Guild Ball threw nearly as much as I should. It's like I'm a Butcher's player that generally loses, so. All right, let's see. Roar of Battle. 1 champion within range 2 can move. Do I need to move any champions? Not really.
This giant mosh pit in the center.
Oh, yeah, that's the life scenario. And then hit effect. Place each Glory Seeker that is adjacent to the target in an adjacent hex. So I basically surround them for fun. I don't know if that's the best plan against Nom 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 guy.
I just want to get in my belly.
Yeah, that seems perhaps bad plan. So I think they're actually just going to move.
Oh, what's the worst that could happen?
Up, fella. Come on.
On your feet.
You can do it. Almost. Oh, well. And then, do I have a fifth one, or there's only 4 of them? Am I missing somebody?
There's 4, I believe. 1, 2,
Oh, there's a dead dude, because I didn't resurrect one guy. So I will, what's it called? Recruit with the guy who's off the table. My cat is apparently rearranging my terrain collection. Yeah. Some of them just don't want to stand up ever. I feel like if you drop them on another model sometimes.
There you go. I think he's floating.
And that is all they wrote. So you get first.
Get first crack.
First action.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with Halftusk. And I'm going to squish your banner there with squish Titus's banner. So near that. And then I'm going to what do I got here? All right. We'll go ahead and do the 1 punch again.
On Titus or Finvarr or a Glory Seeker.
I'm going to punch Finvarr in the face.
All right. Finvarr he's got an accuracy debuff, but he's still dodge 4.
So he's 4.
You are uninjured, so you're plus 2 dice.
So I'm rolling 8 dice.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Okay, so you said he's a 4? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 more. All right, come on, potato salad. That's a lot of numbers.
That's plenty.
Okay, so that's going to be making the 2 punch happen. He's armor 3, right?
Yes.
So we get 4. That's 3. Okay. So that'll be 1. And then we'll hit you with the 2 punch. So that's going to be 6 dice. Okay. We hit. We do. And then what? We get 5 dice with this one. Yep.
Only has 5 wounds, so you just need to do a 5. Or no. You need to do a 4. Yeah, a 5.
Okay, we got just 3. Womp womp. And we can move 1, but we're not going to because that would just mean I move back, and I'm kind of okay where I am.
So kind of okay.
That'll be the Halftusk.
Let you down.
That's all right. He's hanging around the middle.
Also true. I'm going to go with Miss Lorsann before she gets walloped by somebody else. So she can move 3. So she's going to run across your backfield and smash some banners. Pachow. Pachow.
Do you end on the banner or walk through the banners to crush them?
As long as you move through them, they get... and then she'll actually end up... I'll leave her on that second banner. And let's see here. So you would recruit a Quartzling if you had a dead Quartzling, right? But you have all 3, right?
Yep.
Okay. So she will... I feel like I should probably put some damage on... Nia's still dodge 5, isn't she?
Yes. Yep.
She will. I think she's just gonna piercing shot another quartzling and see if I can. Oh, does it matter? We'll try to put some wounds on Halftusk so he can maybe not be nearly as brutal. He's dodged
3.
3. Okay. Do I go risky? It's effective. With the Mystic Arrow. It's a risk, but if I can roll a 3, I can get 2 damage rolls off on him.
Let's see it.
Ace.
You got it.
So it's a damage 5 roll followed by a damage 5 roll, but your armor is applied to both.
Yep, so he's armor 3. So nothing.
Oh.
All right. And
and then she doesn't get her bonus little shimmy because I didn't cause any wounds, so she's apparently still just traumatized.
That's fair.
She's very dazed. Yeah, she's very confused.
All right.
Hard part of that is not usually doing the damage. The hard part is usually hitting, but that's fine.
That's okay. That's okay. Oh man. All right. Well, sure.
And she got the banners, so I can't complain too much. She sprinted along the back edge there.
All right. So you're done there?
She's done.
All right. What do I want to do here? Could do that. All right. Well, let's do. Where do I want this? Well, let's go ahead and I'm going to go with. Do I want to go with Grimgut just to have me some fun? I think I'm going to go with Grimgut to have me some fun. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Grimgut. I'm going to do his power slide, his roll. Land up right here. And I'm going to hit his ultimate because I like to have fun. So he's going to have a buffet. He's going to eat him some. So do I roll how does this work? Do I roll separately for both of them?
So everything you get 3 separate rolls. If they had a boon or a blight, and if you had a boon or a blight, it would have, or the first time it came into play, it would matter. But I don't have anything on my guys, and they are 3s and 3s. Yeah. So, and you're 7s.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. Okay. 2, 3. All right. So this will be the guy. We'll start on the 2 in the box next to Titus. So we hit, and that'll kill him. So we'll get 2, 1, 2. Just killed him. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the other guy in Titus's box. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 3. That's a big smack. And that's a very dead guy. Very dead. Okay, and the last guy by himself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Hits and smacks him too.
Ouch.
Nom nom nom. I mean, buffet.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna turn him around because he's gonna look at the guys he just ate. And that is Grimgut's nice little turn. Barrel.
Let's see here. I will.
That Grimgut slide there kind of reminds me of like ETC and Heroes of the Storm. I don't know if you play Heroes, but
I really haven't played mostly miniatures, and no, I haven't picked up an Xbox or been on the PC for anything outside of tabletop simulator for eons.
it's been 80 years.
All right, let's see. We'll go with the elves, the rangers, and is only to hit, right? Yeah.
I'm talking about aim.
Yeah. Gonna fire. The two of them are gonna fire at the lone crystal quartzling off on his own there.
Yep.
So 4 dice and 4 dice. I'm gonna have a hard time piercing the armor, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. Okay, so you need 2 successes.
Early, and then I need 5 showing on this. Oh, 4. So close. And then they're gonna give themselves their aim token for next turn. Oops, flipping too many things. Or did you flip that?
I did not. That's them. What do we want to do, bro?
My elves are letting me down.
Poor elves. Maybe I do the wretchlings before they can't do things. So we're gonna go ahead and why not? We're gonna go ahead and try to slime your glory follower, whatever dudes. Glory something dudes.
And the glory seekers, you're all spaced out. So
Yeah,
you
so
want the front one?
Yeah, I'm gonna get what 3 dice on it because they're not in the same hex.
Oh, but it's 5 damage. That's not bad.
Yeah, we just got to hit. So I need 3. We hit. And
5.
And we'll kill guy. What happens if I run out of spaces on the ladder?
Stops.
Okay. So is this the furthest it can go? Or does it go?
That's the furthest it can go.
Okay.
I think it's I think you're at 10, so I think you're is it 9 or
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
9. Oh no, is there a 10th one there?
I don't know if that last one counts.
That's a good question. I thought there were 10, but we can pull up the rule book. I don't actually know what the rule book is. Does it actually have a picture of a map? There's a digital one in the left corner, which is nice. Battle ladder.
Okay, well, I'm going to see if I hit this last guy.
The last one does, yeah, that last one does count. There's 10. There should be 10 boxes.
Okay, so I hit that guy too. And he gets smoked as well. Okay, so
I'm having a Tabletopia issue. Oh, there we go.
It says you went offline on Tabletopia.
Some sort of user exception error at the top of the page, and then my mouse went away.
The cool thing is, as long as you have the link, we could even. Looks like you're back in. Maybe. Yeah, you are.
It's loading.
I see your hand. I'm holding your virtual hand right now.
Aw, we just met.
That is that is the cool thing about this though, because we could even be like, okay, let's just finish this up later, and it actually I think it saves the progress of the game, and you can be in up
Yes.
to 2 games, I think.
Yeah, I think 2 games with the basic level, and then I think it goes
So
up if you.
so that's what I was kind of even saying. Like even if we get done with this turn, and you're like, hey man, I'm kind of getting racked out. We could even just finish it up tomorrow.
We can do that. Assuming I can log in here at some point, although I guess, oh yeah, it's all right there.
Yeah, we'll
That's
do it. We'll
cool.
we'll finish this turn out, and then we can play anytime tomorrow. I think I have a meeting in the afternoon, but we'll call this
And you said,
we'll call this part one.
so crush that last guy.
Yeah, he's dead. They snotted on him, and that's the Retchlings. And I'm at the max. Feels good until Finvarr comes over here and kills my snot bubbles.
I don't. So let's see. So I get Titus.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That guy.
Let's see here. Problem is his ultimate does not. Oh no, I guess he can move, right?
Yeah, you can move, hit the ultimate, which lets you do an action.
Right? Yeah, dance around, but I'm only getting 1 point per bug. So I think I will go. Reason to go with the Sentinels first. Power themselves up.
See, and that is one of the cool things I like about this game, though, Josh, is kind of like how, like, let's say Halftusk like punched Finvarr and like killed him. I like that you still get to activate him this turn.
The you're never down in activation.
Is nice.
You know, doing the game. All right, let's go with. Go with Finvarr, and he's just gonna start swinging at Halftusk.
Try to put some wounds on him.
Seriously. I'll power up my Void Weapon so it gives me a bonus damage, and then swing at you with my base 4, but I'm standing on a hex, so it goes up to 6.
Okay, and I think I'm a 3 if I remember right. Yes, 3.
I'm down in accuracy because of the Mirage or Blinding Light from Nia, so I'm actually only rolling 5 dice.
Okay. Yeah, I actually made one of our locals in my area. I kind of made him mad because there was only one Halftusk at our store, and I totally sniped it.
Halftusk is good.
You got it.
Barely, yeah. And then, what did I say? My damage boon brings me up to damage 6.
Yep, and I'm 3. 1 or 2?
I got your armor 3?
Yep.
So 2. Okay. Is exactly what you can regenerate, which is what I'm just trying to get rid of. But
did Lorsann damage Halftusk? She didn't, right?
no, it bounced off of him twice. Yeah, I rolled double 3s.
So your Guardian has done more damage than your assassin.
Yeah, that's not. Well, Halftusk's done more damage than Grimgut up until that last phase. All right, you're up. My champions are letting me down.
Okay, that's fair. What do I want to do now? All right, we got that out of the way. Got that out of the way. I don't think I want. Do I want her yet? What can she do for me? Can do that, which is armor, which is fine. That's probably not a bad idea, but I don't know if that matters. Is the question. Okay, let's go ahead and do. How do I want to do this? So you can go 1, 2. So let's go ahead and move. We'll move the Quartzlings or we'll go with the Quartzlings and we'll move them. So they'll move. Ooh, how do they even
roll in this phase?
Oh, roll stones. Okay, so they move 3x in a straight line. Okay, so we're gonna move these there, and we'll move this guy into the same hex. Yeah, you can lay down. That's cool. That's cool. And then we're gonna throw a stone at Lorsann or whatever her name is.
She's a dodge 4, but only armor 1.
Okay. So dodge 4, we get 5. 1, 2, that's 6. Nope, that's 4. We need just in between. There we go. All right. They hit her. Haha.
No fair.
You say no fair.
She's an elf. She's dodged nothing.
If we get lucky here, we could smoke her. Come on,
definitely, you can definitely kill her.
I believe. Not quite, but we did do 3. I'll take 3. I'll take 3.
I mean, that's.
She's not having a good day there.
Oh, she either smokes everybody or she gets punched.
All right, that's gonna be you, man.
All right, I'm gonna go.
She did squash both my banners though, so I mean.
Oh no, she crushed 8 points. She gave up 4 points. You know, I guess it's not that bad. I was gonna go with the. I'm gonna move the
Shadow Sentinels.
Yeah. All right, so they have the same. That's interesting. So their 2 model attack is exactly the same as their 3 model attack. So there's no point in moving a guy up. So I'm just going to power up the Void Weapon with them.
Okay. We're going to try to
damage.
Kill my Frogwoodite.
I'm going to beat the frog. That is... yeah, I'll hit the one... I'll hit the one that's outside of the... of hexes, yeah.
Okay.
So that fella there, and then you're all powered up. So
I am. I'm super powered up.
5 dice.
So that's gonna make it where you need a 3 to hit.
Grab. There we go.
Okay, you got it.
And then I'm powered up, so 6 damage, but your armor 4?
Yep.
5 to show. I got it.
Yep.
A frog. To 9 points. Jesus Christmas.
Yeah.
And then the Shadow Sentinels have a thing where if they don't move, they get a 1. If the Shadow Sentinels do not make an advance, they can make a 1 hex movement when everything ends. I don't know which direction. I'll shift towards Grimgut. I have Titus and some Glory Seekers who are off the table.
Okay, well, let's go ahead. You can get a Glory Seeker to do something.
Yeah, one's coming back, and then it's going to. It gets it can reduce an armor.
Yeah.
If I bring Grimgut down to 0 armor, that's not bad.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the
armor 2.
We will go ahead and how do I want to do this? I think we're okay there. So we will let's recruit, and then we will do a tongue lashing onto. Let's see, here they are evasion defense 4. Defense 3. So we'll go ahead and do a tongue lash.
The elves are a 4 as well because of the boon right now.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and do it then on their only armor 1. Armor 2. So we'll go ahead and do it on the Mistwood Rangers. So we're rolling 4 dice, I think. Oh no, we're rolling 6. Good God, 6. Well, it doesn't do any damage. That's the part.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't even do any damage. God.
Oh, you're hitting. You can pull people into position, out of position.
That's fair. I don't want to do that. I recruited. That's not. If your banner wasn't there, I could move you onto an objective hex and kill you that way, but I wouldn't get a point for it. It's the only thing.
And you can't pull the people onto the hexes. It doesn't actually kill you. You just can't.
Okay.
In the fluff, you would die, but there's no game effect to actually kill you.
What's their move? They are
move 3. They're fast if they want to be.
They are. All right, so I'll recruit and then I'll move 1 there and I'll keep the other 1 where it currently is. You can move through enemy models in this, right?
So you can't. You have to. You basically move 1 hex at a time. So you can't move through enemies. Yeah. The frogs can leap on the plot side of their card, so they can place. And then like landslide is all of his moves are places, so he can kind of teleport under the ground. But
all right, you got it. Frogs are done.
All right, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, there's really, we're in the middle. There's really nobody to move, really.
So, what's the order I can? Theoretically, you still have Nia, though, right?
I do.
Okay. A little bit of hurt on Halftusk. Nia's still impervious. We'll see if Titus can. Yeah, actually, no. Your guys are all spaced out too. So even if I kill 3 at most, we'll try that. So Titus is going to go 1, 2, and then he's going to ultimate. So he gets to make a skill action, move 1, and make another skill action.
Cool.
So
he has 2 attacks, so he's going beast mode.
I'll do the. I have to use sweeping / 2 models in different hexes. So the first one will be on the guy furthest from me, or closest to your deployment edge. Okay. 6s with 5 damage here.
Don't roll blanks, Josh. That's all you got to
do. No problem.
I don't mean to jinx you like that, but I'm gonna.
It's like have that lot of die.
Did you ever play like 40K or fantasy or anything like that?
Yeah.
It's totally as long as I don't roll a 1.
It was in the D&D game. People were none of our PCs were doing well at all, and they were like, "Can I just roll over a 10?" And they would roll a 10. It's like, "I'm going to roll a 6. Watch it," and they'd roll a 6. I was like, "You guys really should be able to do more with your models, but you can't throw the dice when it's on roll 20." You know?
Yeah, I know.
All right, so smash 1.
Barely. Hey, that's all.
They don't have a dodge buff. Okay, good. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, so you got.
And then only 5 damage.
Yeah, so once again, literally, it's just don't roll blanks and you smash. Okay, you killed 1.
Right. And then second one is part of the same action. Titus, Titus, come on now, man. Come on.
What the hell, man?
Come on now. So I guess he's gonna make his 1 move, and then swing at that same guy because you're not bunched up nicely. This one's 5 dice to hit. So less likely. He's already dodged one.
Well, they're kind of gross. He probably doesn't want to get it on his sword. Man, look at you.
Jeez, Christmas. And then 6 dice to wound. So theoretically,
there you go.
Outside this, that was embarrassing, fella.
There you go up again.
I may have to rethink my drafting for tomorrow's game at this point.
Well, that's why I'm here, Josh, to help you out.
You said you're the one that has the bad dice. Or no, you said they get worse as the game goes
they
on.
start hot, and then they kind of fizzle out. All right, is that Titus?
Titus is exhausted, and then he has to flip his little ultimate card here.
All right, so I got Naya left. We'll go ahead and how do I want to do this? We'll go ahead and do Blinding Light onto Lorsann. Who do you have left? Just
the off the field
Glory Seekers. I actually probably don't want to kill her now and save that for potentially the next turn. I mean, am I wrong for thinking that?
Oh, let's see here. I'm going to get 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no possible way I can get 2 points with one attack on one Glory Seeker because Titus failed me miserably.
Yeah.
So yes, this turn is yours.
Okay, so with that, let me try to. I'm gonna actually. Am I in range? I am. So I'm gonna go ahead and do. Let's do Erosion on Finvarr. So we're gonna be throwing 6 dice at this because of my accuracy boon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and we'll roll it. What's he? 4. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, unless he's a 5 for some reason.
You hit him.
Okay. So that'll put the armor boon or armor blight on him. And then let's go ahead and 1, 2. How far can she move? She can move 2. And then let's move her 2. There's 4 on him. Actually, let's just move her right here. Is that where I want to move her? Actually, let's keep her kind of right here, I think. All right, so we'll move her there, which I don't think did just move back one. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and try to smoke this little bowman right here.
Sure.
So I'm rolling. What's the...
They're 4s with the boon.
Okay, so we need a pretty good roll here, but we'll see if we can get it. Okay, roll it. Nope, only got 3.
Burnt.
I guess I could have... see, this is just one of those things about learning. I could have copied that blight and maybe... Well, no, there's not a great target for that, so... Yeah.
You could have copied it onto Lorsann. Give it, then it should be armor 0, I guess.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and finish up our turn, and we'll calculate it up.
So
and save here.
Mr. Glory Seeker will return to Titus. And then the Glory Seekers have a special rule that they get to move 2 when they recruit.
Yeah.
After deployment or after recruiting, they may move up to 2. So let's throw him here and take a random swing at your troll. Okay. So this round pound is +1 for each other adjacent target, so that doesn't help me. So I'm rolling 4 dice to hit.
Okay. Never mind. Never mind.
Good job, Glorious. He's like, I'm all by myself. There's a big nasty troll.
He's like, F that. All right, go ahead and score your points for your banner there.
5, but leaving it 2 on your side easily.
All right, so
Whole banner
over here. So it's going to be 2-1 going into turn 3. It looks like.
And
then you want to go ahead and add the hexes, and we'll kind of leave it there.
And let's see. Into hexes, but
yeah, trying to cut off my quartzlings, are you? Sorry, my froglodites will save me.
I'm gonna cut off my own guys too. So.
Okay, let's put those down.
Snap 2. All right.
All right, so I think we're going to leave it there for the night. But so far, I mean, granted, this is my first full game, Josh, but what do you think about how the game's kind of developing here?
It's good. The scrum is always interesting in life, especially with Nia, who can kind of start making more hexes if she wants. And the dice have been a little swingy, but that's pretty normal.
Grim.
Yeah, I didn't expect my Glory Seekers to melt under that one barrage, but that's fine. It happens.
Grimgut power slide. That was good.
I think I probably could have positioned them to avoid that a little bit better, but he's pretty flexible with the options he has. And then if Lorsann can start hitting stuff, that'd be cool.
Yeah, for sure. But
it's not bad. It's not bad. It's interesting at this point. There's a good spread. I'm in your deployment zone. You're almost in mine.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how, and like I said, next time I play, I'm going to try one of the different scenarios. But it'll be interesting when we finish this up tomorrow to see how the end of the game kind of finishes off. But I don't see
turn 3 is super, super key. You can win it.
Wins 3 is probably going to win the game, if you ask me.
You win outright if you snag 3, and then if I snag it, I still have to win another
4. You have to win turn 4 at that point, right?
So.
All right. Well, thanks for the start of the game, man. Whatever time you want to finish this up tomorrow, just let me know. Like I said, I'm pretty open besides the one meeting I have.
Sounds good. Like I said, I have my international UK demo game or a tournament game at 4, so I'll be around in the evening.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Later, man.